Howdy friends, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. Story time. Okay, so why the hell do you have two Dodge Dakotas? Okay, two sports cars, that makes sense. Two something cool, that makes sense. But two Dakotas? Why? All right, so let me hold on. Oh, you know what? I forgot. This camera on the other side isn't good. I cracked the thing on there. Hold on. Okay, so story time. First of all, this is my truck for the last 4 years. This has been my ride. Notice the front bumper. There's more. Hold on. This is the new ride, the replacement. They are both 2006 Dodge Dakotas with the 4.7 V8. Same truck. Oh, this one's a 4-door. This is an extended cab. Actually, I don't know which of those I like better in terms of the 4-door or the extended cab. I'm very indifferent. I don't care either way. But here's something I've gotten used to. I've had this for 4 years. So when I opened up my driver's door here, I don't know what you can see, I just pull this right here, this little latch. I've got a little suicide door that opens up, and then I can get into, you know, there's nothing in there now, but my tool belt and, you know, whatever, blah, blah. So it's been a habit to get out of the truck and then just kind of reach right here and click that to open it up. And with this one, I don't get to do that, but yet I've been doing it. For a week I've had this thing, a week and a couple days I think. So for a week or so now, I haven't developed a new habit yet. I'll get out of the truck, out of the driver's seat, and I'll reach right here, and that's not a thing. So I have to take 2 steps and then open the back door. So I've not gotten used to that yet. That's a bit weird. But check it out. It's a 2006 Dodge Dakota 4-door. I got a bunch of crap in it now, but man, the seats are like, for a 2006, you're talking about a 13-year-old truck. I paid $7,000 for this truck. Great tires, everything's, it's got a bed liner in it. I just had the ladder rack put in a couple days ago. So anyway, why do you have 2 Dodge Dakotas of all things? Again, Dakotas, really? Why? All right, so here's the deal. Oh, let me show you the truck. All right. So check it out. Let me close the door. Look at the bumper. First of all, ain't she pretty? I got a little bit of something right here. It's not that bad right there as well. But look at this. Check that. I wanted a custom truck. I wanted to customize it. So I now have a one-of-a-kind Dodge Dakota. Look at this thing. Ain't she beautiful? Notice the new tires. All right, so how that happened is a story for another vlog, because I've got plans for this. Just suffice it to say, I'll tell you a little bit of how it happened. I was at home in Gulfport, Mississippi, 1 mile from the Highway 49 exit. That's my exit. Once I get off of 49, or you know, off of the I-10, I'm home. I'm right there, you know, kind of a thing. And it was pouring down, raining. I had bad tires in the back. I hadn't replaced them yet. I was going to replace them. Literally the very next day was the last day that I had, because I was going to replace them before I drove it back to San Antonio to work. And the night before was my last day to do the tires. I hydroplaned, did a couple spins, and then slammed into the wall on the divider wall, the concrete divider wall. Bounced around a little bit, but there's more on that story though. There's a backstory. When I told my mom the story, she just looked at me dead in the face and she goes, "You're so immature." Yes, I get it. Her other go-to is, "When are you gonna grow up?" Mom, never. But anyway, that's my beautiful truck. So the idea is that, why do I have 2? Here's the answer. I know I'm rambling here. It's not very well thought out. To fix this truck, I have to buy a bed, a tailgate, a bumper, and a front bumper. All of that. One neighbor in the campground told me that he could do it for $1,500. Then he came back and said, "Nope, that's not an option. These Dakotas weren't built in big numbers like a Ram, you know, the Ram, the 4, an F-150 or something like that. They're hard to find. You know, trucks like this, the Dakota, they're not out there as much as, like I said, some of the other trucks." So instead of putting this in the shop, spending about $4,000 is what it's looking like to fix, and giving it to the shop, having it in the shop for 2 weeks while I have to rent a pickup truck, not a car, a truck. I need a truck for work, which is why I have, well, that's not why I have 2 Dakotas, but that's why I have a pickup truck. So instead of doing all of that, I was gonna spend approximately, let's say $5,000–6,000 to get this one fixed with the rental car and all of that. I picked up a whole nother truck for $7,000. Very clean, good looking truck. It's got a few little things on it. You know, it's a 13-year-old truck. There's a little thing there, but super clean, really great truck. And it's the exact same, because this one is a sport, that one's an RT. So it's got the, you know, painted to match bumpers. This would be chrome. The around here would be chrome. That stuff in the dash that I just pointed to would be like this fake wood on the standard SLTs. So the SLT Sport, which is this one, has, you know, the body painted bumpers and all that. This one is an RT though. This one is more fun. Like I said, they both have the 4.7 V8, but this little red wagon right here has got a high output version of it. Oh, I should have checked. I was going to check, I forgot. I think it's like 50 more horsepower, 60 more pound-feet of torque, something like that. But it's just also, it's geared differently. This one has a posi track, you know, locking rear end or whatever. This one may or may not. It is an option on the SLT. It's standard equipment on the RTs. It's just part of the package, the RT package. This one's more antagonistic. This one's fun. This one prompts you to go. It wants you to bark the tires from the green light. You know what I mean? Like this one's antagonistic. It's just, you know, what it is. This is kind of a grandpa truck. To me, like, notice that exhaust pipe, first of all. It's the same exact exhaust pipe that the V6 has versus that RT that really is on display right now with the bodywork that it is. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, grandpa truck. So somebody put these, aftermarket, or it's Dodge, but you know, that's not factory. Put that black mud flap on it. It's got these little grandpa mirrors on both sides of it. It's just overall just feels like a grandpa truck to me. A lot more than the little red wagon, you know, little sport car guy. But anyway, I just wanted to do a vlog on it because I've had this conversation with a couple people and I'm like, it's a good, I want to vlog more anyway, so it's a good opportunity for me to get some vlogs in. But here's the plan. Here's the benefit of having two vehicles though. So the idea is that this is going to be my work truck here in San Antonio. I drive around doing roof jobs and all that. The red wagon is going back home and it's going to sit in the driveway, and it's perfectly running. It's just cosmetics. There was nothing bent when I slammed into the wall and all that. I did this in Mississippi and I drove it back to San Antonio the day after I did that. So anyway, the point is the red wagon is going to go home and sit in Gulfport and wait for me to come back. And the idea is maybe I will fly back and forth more if I have a vehicle in both places. So that'd be the benefit of it. But yeah, I have two Dodge Dakotas right now, which is odd, but it just made sense. Oh, and I was going to tell this part of the story too. So I'm self-insured with the red wagon. It's an old truck. I paid $10,000 for it 4 years ago with 85,000 miles. It's got 205 on it now. The street value of this truck is nothing. It's probably $5,000 maybe, something like that. I paid $7,000 for that one with 127,000 miles. This one's got 205. It is an RT, but it's an extended cab. I don't know how the extended cab versus the four-door. I don't know if those are I don't know if those cost more or worth more or not, the four doors, but I know that one's an RT and that's definitely cooler. You know, it's the sportier, it's the cool, fun package. As far as, I know it's not a sports car, but as far as Dodge Dakotas go, I'd rather have the RT, right? But anyway, oh, self-insured, that was the story, point of the story too, because people ask me, well, you know, didn't they, you know, presupposing I had insurance on the full coverage on the truck? Nope, self-insured on that thing. I had full coverage the first 2 years, I think, because I had a note on it, I had to. But then after that first 2 years, I just took liability on it because liability on that truck is like $50 a month. Full coverage on this one's like $150. So for $100 a month, I just self-insured. I do have full coverage on the silver one. It's paid for. I'm grateful that I was in a position to just answer the call when I needed a truck. You know, I was able to buy one, but that's a whole nother story. I had other intentions with that money. But anyway, I was grateful that I was able to answer the call and get another pickup truck. So it is paid for. I have the title. It's not a loan thing. But I do have full coverage on the silver one, and I will keep full coverage on this one for probably the first 2 years, and then I'll drop it down to liability. But I really need full coverage on that right now because I just spent $7,000 that I didn't really have. And if I were to wreck that thing, you know, today, it would hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? So Anyway, that's why I have 2 Dodge Dakotas, which is weird, I know. But again, self-insuring. I was going to spend several $1,000s just to get this one back to presentable shape. Replace the bed, tailgate, bumper. To spend that much money and give the truck away for 2 weeks while I was in the shop. Now I kind of hedge my bets because, for roughly the same amount of money, I've got another pickup truck. And look at the bumper. I mean, it's a work truck. And it's dirty right now too, which was disappointing because the day I picked it up, I bought it from a car lot. It was all shiny. Oh, I had all this debadging too. It had a sport badge right here, which was really not cool. And then it had the SLT Dakota V8 badge and then the car lot that I bought it from right there. So before I picked it up, I had the car lot that I bought it from debadge the whole thing. I like that. That's clean. I'll probably do that. I will do that with this one when I put Humpty Dumpty back together again. I'll debadge it as well. Even though this one says high output and it kind of shows you this. That's one thing that's interesting with these 3rd generation Dakotas. The RT Dakota has no badging on it at all on the exterior. It's got some badging on the inside. It's got a badge, the things on the headrests. And it says, I don't know if you can see it, RT on the thing there, high output there on the dash. So the dash is a little different on that one. But it's interesting to me because it's got RT badges on the interior, but there's nothing identifying this vehicle other than people who know what they're looking at. That exhaust pipe is an RT thing. Obviously that badge that said high output, that's an RT thing. Because these, I was about to point, these said V8 Magnum on the regular Dakotas. It doesn't say V8 high output, it says V8 Magnum. So anyway, I just want to tell that story as to why I have 2 Dodge Dakotas right now. That's why, self-insuring, and yeah, so 2 trucks. Anyway, this one wasn't very well thought out, as you can tell, and I really, just like I said, I really want to get in the habit of doing more vlogs, vlogging more. Oh, there's no hood scoop. There's a hood scoop on the outside, so I guess these things have, because those wheels, they are part of the RT package, but you can get them on an SLT. So I guess there are 2 identifying marks on the 3rd generation Dakota RT. That fake hood scoop. I hate fake hood scoops or fake vents at all. And I have a Mustang back home and it'll beat up. I'm not bragging. It's not a, but I have what they call a New Edge, a 2002 Mustang. And that's the generation where they had the fake vents right back here. So anyway, I hate fake vents, but yet I have 2 vehicles with fake vents. The grandpa truck ain't nothing fake though. There's no fake vents about it. It's not trying to act like it's got a hood scoop when it doesn't. This is what I mean by it's fake, look. Not real. Anyway, yeah, so 12-minute vlog, like I said, trying to vlog more. I'm wanting to get into the habit more, and that's it. And stay tuned to this channel because I've got a video coming for that one, and then I'll tell the story of what really happened there. I told you what happened, and that is what happened, but there's a story behind it as to, like I said, my mom said I'm very immature when I told her why I ended up hydroplaning and doing a couple twins. But I meant to say this, and I might have said it, but I might not have, just in case. Whenever I've told people, hey, what happened to your truck? When they see it or whatever, I tell, yeah, I hydroplaned a couple times and bounced into the concrete wall there. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. That must have been traumatic. No, nothing traumatic. It wasn't a negative experience other than I knew I was about to damage my truck. But I was in my lane. I was 1 mile from the exit, and the car in front of me on the far right lane was going a little slower than I'd liked, and I had another mile to go, so I didn't want to sit there the whole time. So pouring down rain, I'm on bad tires, and as soon as I got out of my lane, out of those road ruts, the back end kicked out to the left, and I tried to turn into it first. I tried to recover, but I quickly realized, all right, now just ride it out, pal. So the point is, the whole thing there, when I was spinning out of control and bound, I knew where the truck was going. It was going to that concrete wall. I knew that there was no cars around me. There was nothing scary about it. There was nothing traumatic about it. I describe it as a wee moment. Whee! Because that's exactly what it was. There was nothing that was gonna hurt me. I was fine in that area. I wasn't gonna get hit by an oncoming car, nothing like that at all. I just did a couple pirouettes. Pirouette, is that right? I don't know what a pirouette is. I'm trying to be fancy. I did a couple spins, and then I boom, backed into that, and I'm like, all right, cool. Actually, I'll tell you this, I didn't even get out of the truck. It was what it was. I knew that, there was no other cars involved. So I was like I said, I was a little less than a mile from my exit, and pouring down rain. I had no incentive or interest in getting out of the truck just to assess the damage. It was damaged. I didn't care. It was what it was at that point. You know what I mean? I thought that I had a flat. I thought that this tire, or not this one, but the one that was there, was flat. But what it was this fender was just rubbing on the tire. So I just took a hammer and banged it out a bit and gave the tire some clearance. So anyway, once I got done, you know, spinning around and all that kind of bouncing off shit, I turned the truck to face the right way, and I stayed on the edge there, going, you know, I went slow because again I thought I had a flat, and just took it to the house. Then I got out at the house, and that's not true. There was a gas station at the corner. I stopped at the gas station there to kind of take a look at it under the lights and all of that, and that's when I saw it, and I was like, okay, ain't she beautiful? Look at the bumper, how it kind of kicks off like a wide body kit, but not. Anyway, whoa, sorry, almost dropped you. Okay, yeah, so 15-minute vlog. Yeah, awesome. Actually, I think it's more than that because there was another clip right before this. All right, that's long enough. I've rambled, not a very concise, not a value add. This is just a vlog. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope y'all having a great day. Oh, graphics coming soon to that window. I'm not gonna brand it with my personal brand because with this truck I was doing magnets. I had a magnet on the back, magnet on either side, and then I had my brand there. I don't want to put magnets on this one because it kind of messes up the paint. You can tell I was smearing stuff here a second ago, but you can see the outline with from the magnet. So I don't want to do magnets again. So I'm going to give Masterbuilt my back window on this one. We're going to put a big Masterbuilt stuff on the back of this, and then that's all I'm doing with that one. No magnets. So anyway, yeah, now I think I'll sign off. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Oh yeah, and I meant to mention, why did I have both of the trucks in the parking lot? I'm walking back now at the parking lot of an academy. I am a 10-minute walk that way from the campsite, and I would have just done the video at the campsite, but it's kind of awkward. There's neighbors around, you know, and doing this, talking to a camera, it's just kind of awkward. So I felt like I wouldn't have been able to keep focus or whatever. Not that I really kept focus in that 27 and not 30 whatever minute video that I just shot, kind of all over the place on there, but that is okay. Wasn't thought out. It was done. Anyway, the reason why I brought him here is just because it's kind of awkward to be doing that around people, you know, and all that jazz. So anyway.